Indigenous chief says Canadian police beat him over expired license plate.
Here's a summary of the article.
Winnipeg, Manitoba, an Indigenous chief alleged on Saturday that Canadian police beat him in March after an incident involving an expired license plate on his truck. Royal Canadian Mounted Police say officers used reasonable force after Chief Alan Adam of Athabasca Chipewyan First Nation resisted arrest, and laid criminal charges against him. Adam made the allegations as protests spread around the world following the death in Minneapolis of a black man in police custody on May 25. After police refused to answer why they had pulled up, the couple began to drive away, before an officer ordered them to stop and pulled Adam's wife from the driver's seat, Adam said. Senior police reviewed in-car video and determined police actions were reasonable and an external investigation not justified, said RCMP Const. Adam's lawyer called for police to release their video and suspend one officer. The chief is due in court on July 2, charged with resisting arrest and assaulting police.
This post received a score of 63,000, with an upvote ratio of 85%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Good ole Boomtown Casino in Fort Mac. That parking lot outside basically turns into Thunderdome after dark.
Same problem in Cold Lake area.
Racism in Cold Lake? I don't believe you. Born and raised there, don't miss it.
Spent 8 years growing up on the military base there. Didn't know a bit about the racism in the town proper. Went back for work in my adulthood. Woof boys, she racist as hell. The town proper, military base didn't seem to have changed much.
Alberta. Sometimes great, but often so redneck as fuck. Often I want to move.
Here is the video of the arrest that the chief provided at the press conference. The chief says the RCMP manhandled his wife, clotheslined him, knocked him down and cut his face. The RCMP are charging Chief Adams with resisting arrest and unlawful assault of a police officer. The video is pretty low quality, and it seems to miss the important parts of the police's interactions with the chief because they move behind a car and the next thing you know he's on the ground. The chief is calling for the RCMP to release the dashcam footage that he says shows the RCMP using excessive force.
The clips are in backwards order. The second clip happened first, officer alone on the scene, wife still in the car and cop talking to her about putting it in park. Also chief doesn't mention wife at all when he is on the ground, and it seems wife is there beside him as the cop says to her a couple times, "Get back in the car." By the second video, shown first, there are now multiple cops there, and tensions are high after the altercation with the chief. They get her out of the car into handcuffs and walk her away.
I get pretty nervous when any police force says, "We looked at it ourselves, and there is no reason for an outside review board to see it."
Yeah, WTF, the dude's got blood all over his face and the police used reasonable force. Canadian police sound corrupt as fuck. RCMP are brutal. Especially to natives. Not that it's just a RCMP issue. Regular cops also suck. My wife was held at gunpoint by CPS, with a baby in the back seat, for an expired plate. Most cops are just bullies that found a way to keep the party going after HS.
Yep. And in America at least white supremacists are encouraged to join the police force to further their agenda. This is detailed in an FBI report that was put out in 2006.
Found it.
Whole lot of redactions going on in there.
Season of Redacted.
Didn't expect a Destiny 2 reference here of all places. So apparently there is a video now. Granted, this is Reddit, so they love to just rush to judgment without any evidence, but can we at least wait to see what it shows? Hell, I would imagine you have the cop cam and the casino's footage. What is wrong with waiting for fucking evidence nowadays?
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.